Hi, how's everybody doing? It's Paul from Magpie 24/7 back again after Newcastle United. They showed some guts in there and determination and character and lots of good things and lots of positives in a 3-apiece draw against Brentford at St James's Park. Myself and Carl were both there, and you know I'm split. I'm split on how I feel about the game. A huge part of us came out at St James's Park after the game thinking, look, I've been thoroughly entertained. I said to Kyle during the game, it was one of the first times in a number of seasons I've not sat there and looked at the clocks, and the game flew by. Before I knew it, 45 had gone. Before I knew it again, it was full time, and it had plenty of ups and downs. Some fantastic forward play by Newcastle. I thought. Going forward, we looked absolutely brilliant. We looked a real danger. We had more bodies forward, which in turn created more chances. The crossing was good. The set pieces had some variation. They found somebody in the box, because that's been a real frustration and bugbear by mine recently. How we couldn't hit the side of a fucking barn on any free kicks. The free kicks and corners were like fucking pass backs under the previous regime, but much better going forward. And it's just gutting that we didn't get the 3 points, because, you know, yes, Brentford scored 3 goals, but there were 3 very fortuitous goals, and we gifted them. And the defence again, Kieran Clark, I don't know how he's getting near the first team. Lascelles has been in a rut for quite a while and needs to step it up and needs to show that leadership and that captaincy. Fernandez, how the hell he isn't near the first team, I just don't know. Fabian Schär came in after a long time away in the wilderness and was a little bit up and down, but you know, I was relieved to see him back with the passing and everything else like that. But defence, the fullbacks defensively not great. Jacob Murphy sort of at times was playing as a right back, even though it was a wing back system. He was really deep, and I think they'd worked on the fact that we had conceded so many goals from crosses in from out wide. But I don't know if it worked, to be honest. You got Javier Manquillo there, and I'm really split, because I think there's no doubt about it. Jacob Murphy can offer a lot going forward. He's got a goal threat, he's got pace and stuff, but defensively can get caught out, and does get caught out time and time again. So yeah, I've got two sort of sets of feelings at the moment. I think the defensive side of it was absolutely pretty terrible and atrocious, to be honest. I'll get to that in a minute. But attacking wise, like I said, we were fantastic. That is the best attacking performance I've seen since probably, the Leicester game was good, where we went down there and we got a surprise win. But we just looked at every opportunity that we were of the mindset to win the game. And that's got to be a fantastic positive, and we need to take the positives away. Yes, I thought it was a make or break 90, that particular game, and we haven't won it. But look, we've got positives to be able to take forward. We've got a January transfer window coming up. Look, we've got a free shot really against Arsenal. We've got to give it a go. We've got to try and take something. But then we've got 2 very winnable games. Win those games and maybe get a point against Arsenal. And hope the results for one score for us, because they went fucking well against us over the weekend. Every fucker but us winning down at the bottom has really heaped the pressure on big time. We've got to start getting a few wins. 6 draws now. The draws are killing us in a way. It's equivalent to two victories. But fuck me, even Norwich are putting back-to-back victories together. So come on, Newcastle, sort your shit out and let's get something fucking going at Newcastle United. Let's start this off. But there's, like I said, lots of encouraging signs. It's amazing how much has been worked on in 10 days. You know, Bruce had them for 2 seasons, did fuck all, took days off. Centred the training around when he wanted to walk the dog, or when Mrs. Bruce wanted some apple crumble or something like that. Eddie Howe, workaholic, 6:30 in the morning until the crack and birch it in the morning, right the way through till the evening, and it showed. And I think that work ethic rubbed off. I thought John Joe Shelby was fantastic. He was picking the ball around, he was running back, he was even running for free kicks and stuff like that. He looked so much more fitter, sleeker. He was brilliant. And on any other day, he'd have been man of the match by far for me. But Joe Linton, I'd have pissed it. I'd literally, if I was one of the refs, I'd say, "Oh, Joe Linton, you're having a piss test after the match," because he was like something else. He was all over. Everything seemed to to come off. The little 1-2s. I know he missed a chance at the end. He could have won it for us, but his passes, his work rate, he was running back, he was tackling, he was getting forward, he was being a nuisance, he scored a goal. His all-round general play was absolutely fantastic. But like I said, a lot of the offensive players played really, really well. So I can't really have much complaints. I think the only real complaint from the attacking positions was when Sean Longstaff came on. I thought he looked fucking dog shit. Yeah, he looked really, really bad, Sean. And I don't know what happened there, because there was a time when he was bossing Manchester City's midfield and stuff, and now he was standing on the ball. He couldn't find somebody who was 2 fucking yards in front of him. You know what I mean? It was really, 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 really bad from Sean. But getting on to bad performances, that takes me on to, I felt the villain of the piece during the game, and it's just something about Dubravka being on the bench that sends Karl Darlow into absolute raptures of nerves or something else like that, because he was all over the fucking shop. I mean, let's face it, Brentford, they scored 3 goals, and you've got to credit them for that, but talk about fortuitous, talk about fucking gift wrap. I know it's nearly the season to be merry and all that sort of thing, but fuck me, man. It was shocking. The first goal, it had to be Ivan Toney, didn't it? He took it down, gifted a bit of space. Willock's knocked over. He's given a little bit of time and space, but it's a nothing shot. It's a nothing shot, and 99.9% of the time, you literally could put your hand on that. It shouldn't be getting past him. At Premier League level, that is absolutely fucking criminal from Karl Darlow. And to concede an equaliser so soon after going ahead, shocking. Absolutely fucking shocking. He'd been ropey all game, so it was no surprise that he threw one in. And that he did. And I don't want to overly go over the top on one person, but fuck me, man. It just felt like, I just feel as if Dubravka would have been in between the sticks, we would have got the 3 points without question against Brentford. But, you know, as bad as that was, there was worse to come. Brentford sensing blood a little bit. Come the attack, the ball gets crossed in, and obviously there's nobody from in the right wing back area, and you could see on all 2 foot of this lad for playing for Brentford coming steaming in, smashes into the net again. Darlow didn't do a great deal, and then they're winning now. Under Bruce, we would have capitulated. We might have had a red card, you know, everything else, you name it, it would have fucking happened, believe me. But the lads didn't give up. I talked about Joe Linton, got to be man of the match, scored a really, really good goal. St Maximin with the assist, going on one of his mazy runs, sticking out wide from the left, trying to give a bit of whip, but then cutting back in. Ball finds its way to Joe Linton, cracking finish, 2s apiece. But Newcastle United once again shoot themselves in the foot. More shoddy defending. More questions about the goalkeeper. He's got to come out and deal with the situation in my book. And if he does, again, we don't concede and we go on and we win the game. But we find ourselves 3-2 behind, and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. But again, the lads never gave up. There were some positive substitutions. I don't think the Sean one particularly worked overly well. And I think he really should be playing for his future at the moment with his contract ticking down. But look, Ryan Fraser come on, and I think he could have a huge, huge future at the club. You know, if Howe can get him back to anything like what he was at Bournemouth. He comes on, a beauty of a cross, and the crosses come right in, and I'm saying to Kyle, smash the bastard, smash it. And that he fucking does. Smashes it in. Their keeper's not saving that in the month for fucking Sundays. It absolutely smashes into the Gallagher end. Fucking scenes. The noise. There's arms, there's legs, there's all sorts. St Maximum's jumping in amongst the fans. Referee, knobhead, books him. I suppose it's letter of the law and all that, but fuck me, the raw emotion of the occasion. And then even then, we could have still nicked it 4-3. And if this is a sign of things to come under Howe, I'm all for it. It's going to give us a fighting chance of being able to stay up. It's so much different. to be able to go to that match, and if he can replicate that going forward, that was a team who wanted to win. That was a team who had the shackles taken off them, who were trying to play to their attacking strengths as opposed to trying not to lose, which has been the hallmark of Steve Bruce all the way through. But there's no doubt about it, we're still being tarnished by the terrible decisions of the previous management and ownership. But I still can't feel positive. I think it's that energy that the manager and the new coaches gave, that positive feeling, and you can't help but get drawn in, and that as well with the positives from the owners and everything. You can't help but just feel sucked into the positive atmosphere, and it's like you look at it. We dropped the bottom. We dropped the bottom because the results went totally against us. But I'm sitting there thinking we can still do it. Now that could just be me as a Newcastle fan, ever an optimist. But if we'd have dropped with Bruce, I'd have been thinking we're going down and we're probably not coming back. But now I sit there and think, look, if we go down, we're going to come back up. There's no reason why we have to sell all of our best players. We can still look to strengthen the team and still come back. But on the other side of it, I still think there's still a fantastic chance of us being able to stay up if we show that fight, that determination. We keep that John Joe Shelby, that Joe Linton. We strengthen well in key positions early in January, and we really, really go for it. So lots of things to be really positive about. I enjoyed the game of football. If I'm just looking at it as a one-off and not thinking about the league position and the shit that we're in, I really enjoyed the attacking side of the football, and it's been a long time since I've been to St James's Park and seen such an attacking display, such a pleasing display on the eye for so many reasons. And the fans were fantastic. Every time we went behind, every time Brentford scored, no matter what shithousery allowed them to score, no matter whether it's Ivan Toney kissing the badge or anything else, the fans were still screaming and singing for Newcastle and Eddie Howe's Black and White Army. The support was fantastic, and I'm sure it helped the players out on the park. So yeah, although it's a very serious situation, we find ourselves bottom of the table, still cut adrift. There are reasons to be positive. We can still turn this around. Tonight we've had Elliot Anderson as well. He's got a hat-trick for the reserves. He could be another player who comes in and offers us something over the busy festive schedule. But Arsenal, they lost at the weekend as well. They're going to be a little bit of a wounded animal. But look, let's get round them. Let's show the fuckers no respect whatsoever, and let's see what happens. Let's see what a little bit of positivity, a front foot football and trying to win a game does, as opposed to just sitting back and trying not to lose by too many, which was the mantra of the previous ownership and management of Newcastle United. So all in all, some reasons to be positive, frustrations that we managed to throw it away, because I did think it was a game we were more than capable of winning, and I don't think necessarily that Brentford deserved the amount of luck that they had. They had Steve Bruce levels of luck at times from last season and stuff. But yeah, Newcastle, we gain a point. We continue onwards. We've got Arsenal next, and then 2 games on paper that you've got to say we've got to look at getting 6 points from. We've got Norwich and Burnley coming up. Huge 90 minutes of football then. But if we can get something from this weekend, it takes us into those matches with a little bit more confidence. News as well, looks like Eddie Howe may be available for the Arsenal game. Waiting for news off the doctor about that. I don't know what shithousery's gone on, but if obviously negative tests come back and this, that and the other, there is a chance we could have our head coach in the dugout at the Emirates, and that'll be a really, really big boost. In the meantime, you would imagine it would be Tyndall, it would be the Gator Guardiola looking after things on the training pitch this week, doing the preparation. Eddie Howe will have his influence all over it, all of the interactive stuff, all of the videos that he's been doing, the breakdowns, the individual FaceTimes with the players, all will be done. So I think we're going to go down there and we'll at least give them a game. We'll at least give it a go. And then you just got to see on the day, do we get the luck? Does luck go our way? Do we get set pieces, a free kick, a penalty? there's a moment of brilliance from a St. Maximum who scored an absolute... That goal was a fucking beautiful goal that he scored. Does he score another worldie? Joe Willock going back there with something to prove. Does he come in, step up, and does he score against Arsenal? So many different variables to be able to throw into the mix. So looking forward to this weekend's game. I am positive, despite being 20th in the season, 20th after, after what, a couple of months of the season, we're 20th for bottom, and I'm smiling, I'm positive about the future of the football club and it being successful. We've got the FA Cup as well on the horizon as well, also something to look forward to. But yeah, although we drew, I'm still smiling, I'm still happy. I still think we can avoid relegation, but recruitment is going to be critical, and these next few games are going to be critical. So let me know what you think down below. Scores for the weekend. Do you think Howe will be back? Do you think that's possible? I don't know what shithousery can be done to get him sorted. I thought it was 10 days, but Tyndall's been talking about the fact that he could be back. It's in the doctor's hands, etc, etc, etc. So who knows? Who knows? Not even the politicians who are setting the rules knew the rules, so Chuff knows what's going on. But save the rest for the podcast. In the meantime, take care, keep it tuned, and I'll speak to you later. Newcastle